Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how to do the Tunisian simple stitch. So to start off with, we have some yarn. I have this chunky yarn today, and to go with that I have got this 6mm Tunisian crochet hook. As you can see, it's longer than a regular crochet hook, as you will carry your stitches along it rather than regular crochet where you work each stitch individually. So to start off with, you need to make a slip knot. You can do this however you prefer. I like to wrap the yarn around my hand and cross it over. Then I take the working end of yarn and wrap that over my finger too. Then I take the first loop. Oops, let me start that one again. Then I take the first loop and cross it over the second to create my slip knot. From there I'll insert my hook and pull to tighten. Now to start off with, we need to do our chains. So these are really simple. If you don't know how to do them, you just yarn over your hook and pull through your loop, and there's a chain. So I'm going to do 10 of these just to show you today how to do the Tunisian simple stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. With Tunisian crocheting, the amount that you start with is the amount of stitches that you will work. You don't lose any while you're doing your work. So we need to do a forward row to set up our foundation chain. So you don't class the loop that is on your hook as a stitch, and we're not going into our first chain, we are going into our second one. So all you need to do is just insert it into the top, yarn over and pull through. And we're going to do that all the way along. So yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through. Now I like to pull my hook up as I'm working to keep my tension the same and to stop it getting too tight. So we're just going to continue this all the way along until we have gone through every single one of our chains. And one last one, and that's it. So now we're going to do our return pass. And this is really simple as well. We're just going to yarn over and go through one loop to create our starting chain for our return pass. And then we're going to yarn over and go through 2 loops on your hook. And we will just continue that yarn over and pull through 2 all the way back to the beginning. And this will just create our foundation setup so we can start our Tunisian simple stitch. And that's it. So now I am left with 1 loop on my hook, and your work should look a little bit like this. So now we're going to carry on with our next row, and this is where we start doing our Tunisian simple stitch. So it's really easy. You've just got to go through the posts. So I'll show you the posts on here. So you can see they look like vertical lines going along your work. and each post is made up of a front post and a back post. So if I just push this bit through, you can see you've got one bit here and a second one there. So these are your front posts and your back posts. So for Tunisian simple stitch, you just go through the front post of your work. So you just insert your hook. We're not going through that first one. We're going through the second one to start off with. You yarn over and you pull through. And you go through the next post. I'll show you again. Insert your hook, yarn over and pull through. Insert through the post, yarn over and pull through. And we're going to do that all the way along. Insert, yarn over, pull through. So when you come to the end, on that very edge is still classed as a stitch. It's one of your posts. So you still want to go through this one. You don't leave this, otherwise you'll have a section of work here that gets left out. So you need to insert your hook as normal, yarn over and pull up. And now you are working up to your edge. So return pass, same as on the foundation. You yarn over and pull through one loop on your hook to make that return chain, your starting chain for your return row, and you yarn over and you pull through 2. You yarn over and pull through 2, and just like before, you're going to work like this all the way along until you get to the end and you have one loop left on your hook. And that's it. That's the Tunisian simple stitch. So I am going to show you one more row, and then I'll show you how to finish off, which is very simple. It's very easy. So just like before, you're not going to go through that very first post. You go through your end one instead. So you go into the front of the second post, yarn over and pull through. Into the front post, yarn over and pull through. And remember, keep pulling up on your hook to get your tension the same across so you don't have any tight spots in it. And we're going to do this again all the way to the end. A yarn over and pull through. And just like the last one, you go into that end post, yarn over and pull through. And the return pass is the same. You yarn over and pull through 1 to create your return chain, yarn over and pull through 2 all the way back. This is the same for nearly every single stitch, as your forward row is what creates your pattern. Your return row is what releases your stitches off of your hook. So your work should look a little something like this, where it's got the vertical lines showing on your work. And as you can see, this one is very chunky, it's very filled out. If I just bring that in a little bit, you can see this is very chunky, and this very top piece almost looks like it has gaps in it where it's incomplete. So if you had made this wider and longer and made this into, say, a scarf, to finish off, you don't want to have those gaps in it. So all you're going to do to fill those gaps in and finish off, almost like a cast off with knitting, you are going to do the same as you were for your Tunisian simple stitch by going through the post, still not going through that first one, going into the second one, yarn over, and instead of pulling through one loop, you're going to pull through two. And you're going to do that all the way across. So insert your hook into the post, yarn over, and pull through two. Insert, yarn over, and pull through two. And do that right to the very end. And just like before, you're going into that very last post and going through the two. So here now you can see that last row has filled in, there's no gaps in it, so the work looks the same the whole way up. So that's how you would finish your work off. So you could make this however wide you wanted, however long you wanted, and it would make it into a really pretty, really nice chunky yarn, chunky scarf for present, for Christmas. It comes out nice and thick, and it's so simple and so fast to work up. So I hope this has helped you today, and I hope to see you around in the next video.